Chapter 5, Molecules and Compounds. So, ordinary table sugar is actually a compound, and its common name is sucrose. So here we have a model of sucrose. Sucrose contains carbon atoms, those are the black ones, and oxygen atoms, the red ones, and hydrogen atoms, the white ones. Carbon, which is present in the graphite in your pencil, is also composed of carbon. But graphite and sugar, although they both contain carbon, have very different properties, right? You would never sprinkle graphite in your coffee to sweeten it, right? And you wouldn't use sugar to take notes, right? They're different. When you make a compound out of elements, their properties change, sometimes in huge ways. This is sodium metal. It's shiny. It's also much softer than most of the metals we're familiar with. You can cut it with a table knife. And it's incredibly reactive. You throw that chunk in a sink full of water and you're going to lose the classroom. It's just going to kaboom. So we don't do that. This is chlorine gas. So at room temperature, it's a gas and it has this kind of yellowish color to it, and it's toxic. You don't want to be breathing that. So here we have a toxic yellow gas and a highly reactive soft metal. When we put those two together, they become salt, which we sprinkle on our food, right? That seems a little crazy when you think about it that way. When sodium and chloride combine to form table salt, their properties change. The properties of a compound are generally very different from the properties of the elements that compose it. So, people get very, very concerned when they find out that thimerosal, a preservative in some vaccines, has the element mercury in it. Because mercury is poisonous, right? Well, so is sodium, but you put that on your food all the time. It depends on what it's in. The mercury in thimerosal is not harmful. Yeah, if there was elemental mercury in there, that would not be a good thing to be injecting into your small children. But doctors don't do stuff like that. Okay, so if we have, this is one of the reasons I think it's helpful for everyone to take at least a very basic level of chemistry classes, just to have a clue about what we should freak out about and what we should not freak out about. Okay, so that's table salt.